They back it up. It would have been a full recovery week for these players, just in preparation for what is another big game for both teams.
Aaron Phillips was magnificent, of course, last week, as you've discussed, with 3 goals, 3. Metcalf in the ruck for Adelaide, and we'll go up against Ernst, and we're underway. Round 2 of AFLW, and the Dogs, who got better as the game went on last week, they give the ball up very quickly, though. And the ball goes deep inside 50 from Marinoff, who got plenty of it last week. There's already a whistle and a free. And Perkins, who, as we discussed, became a bit of a cult hero already last week. His story was told, and a great persistence after being overlooked in the draft. He gets an early chance to put a goal on the board for the Crows.
Yeah, look, Sarah's the best person to take the kick in this at this end. She's a thumping kick, and she's going to have to kick into a pretty strong breeze.
Right post here, Hutto. Must aim at the right post.
Plenty of years of experience behind that comment from Brad Johnson. Kicked a goal late last week after missing an early shot. She is a better kick than she showed there. You said she kicked into the breeze, and Adelaide actually won the toss. Chelsea Randall decided to kick into the breeze.
Yeah, an interesting call there, because you can capitalise with the big win that is heading the Bulldogs way. Coaching staff for Adelaide were disappointed that ball wasn't brought to ground on the goal line.
Lachlan kicked it back to the wing. Marinoff already front and centre. Maybe could have caught one high, but no call. And we'll have a ball up.
But they'll need to adjust now, the Adelaide forwards, with that kick from Perkins travelling about 30 metres into the breeze. They're going to have to get the ball to ground and get in the right positions to crumb the ball.
Brad, you've played here quite a lot. What would your advice be to the Adelaide Crows?
Oh, well, just basically time in forward half is critical, especially playing into the wind. If you can go down at quarter time, maybe even 1 goal, 2 goals down, I think it's a win with the way the conditions are at the moment, with the wind picking up.
Tiana Ernst had 19 hit-outs last week and gets the ball into the clear, and one of the heroes from last week. Emma Carney, 23 disposals, 6 clearances. It's on already. Downfield free paid.
Yeah, Katie's not happy there, Brennan, because she took the mark, was taken down afterward. The whistle had blown from the umpire as well, so she relaxed in her contest a little bit.
Well, she got plenty last week of physical attention, and she will again, I'm sure, tonight. Heather Anderson takes the mark, wearing the bright pink helmet. Switch to the outer side, and can't quite affect the pass to Van Hagen, who was another impressive player last week for Adelaide, with 12 disposals, a couple of inside 50s. Both sides played attractive footy. I was really impressed with the Crows last week, the way they went about it.
Transition ball movement was very good from both these sides.
We saw McLeod last week, real live wire in the forward line, and got that under the boot, but just the wrong side of the post.
Yeah, she knows where the goals are, Hutto, no question about that.
Might be the number, Brad.
Might have a little bit to do with it. It's a very good number. Luke Dalhouse is here.
Yeah, don't expect a handball if that's any indication. Let's get down to Nerily. Well, we may just hold on a moment here. Let's see whether Adelaide can control it on the way out, as Kramer's kick ends in the hands of Blackburn, who sends it straight back where it came, but a little wobbly. And now he can check in with Nerily downstairs.
Hutto, you mentioned the pink helmet for Heather Anderson. Just letting the viewers know that that's actually for her vision-impaired mum. She had to get special permission from the AFL in order to wear it, but that's why she wears such a bright pink helmet. She's super fit too, Heather Anderson. Runs a 14.5 beep test, and that's because she's in the Army. She's an Army medic.
It's a real live wire. We saw that last week. Whenever she's near the footy, something seems to happen. Blackburn had to manufacture the kick on the left, but it didn't matter. She was able to find Kate Tyndall, who is probably right on the edge of range here. In fact, she decides she needs to pass. Hard to hit Brennan. Kick is trying to work its way back, but just stays the wrong side from Hayley Wilds, and so the Dogs blazing away a goal. We saw this with a couple of teams last week, having plenty of early possession, not being able to convert. It can be costly.
Yeah, but plenty of Bulldogs players are getting their hands on the ball, especially Blackburn. 4 disposals already in the first couple of minutes of play. Very impressive.
Yeah, but you can see how tightly she is watched this week. There's Brennan. We got better and better as the game went on last week. That's a clear free to Phillips. And Adelaide able to take the advantage. Marinoff driving back to the middle. There's not many players beyond here. So it would have been a foot race if the kick from Foley of Adelaide had got any further than number 3. But as you saw, it was smothered. And instead, the Dogs might just be able to dig their way. Tyndall again, front and centre, digging the handball out.
Kate, that's the Adelaide ball that they want to hit, that one going through the corridor to open things up for their forwards.
A free kick going against Brennan. And, well, maybe a bit of breeze involved in that from Gibson's kick.
You can see the Crows are trying to get it out to the camera side of shot so they can get it in through that pocket.
What do we call this side out of this oval?
Yes, exactly.
Whitten stand.
Whitten stand.
Whitten stand.
The Johnson wing, we've got the Hawkins wing at the other end. Yeah, it's well worked by the Crows. Driving kick, we saw how good Randall was last week. Deep for Holmes, opportunity. She is a sharpshooter when she gets a chance, but it was just a little bit too far out and was able to put the ball on the chest of Killian.
But that's all you've got to do. Exactly what Abby Holmes did on that occasion. Get front and square. Phillips made the contest.
Killian just had a quad injury last week. Didn't quite make it. But gets her chance this week and can't find Holmes and the ball out of bounds.
We've had a few boundary throw-ins, but I still feel like the girls aren't getting used to the distance of the umpire throwing in.
Yeah, that's a good question. A lot of those things, I guess, will be just worked out over the opening week or two of this competition. There's a great example. Goes all the way to the back. You'd think they'd adjust reasonably quickly to that. Under pressure was Thorne. And the Dogs have the numbers. And able to run away. Hannah Scott driving with the advantage of the breeze. Marinoff tries to track it back for Adelaide. In the end, she had to turn tackler. There's Ellie Blackburn hacking it around the corner. And again up to McLeod. So the Dogs starting to move it. Tough one for O'Connor. And the Adelaide defence able to just hold things up. Experienced Cramey. Downfield call and then advantage.
Well, they've got the numbers here, the Crows.
And here's Randall. Let's see what she can do. The co-captain bouncing away inside 50. Tackled, but was able to dob it off to Holmes and then into the pocket. And that's a very strong mark, taken, of course, by Erin Phillips. Who else? She plays on straight away, top of the square, and Perkins has been paid the mark.
And they're the two forwards we talked about at the start, Erin Phillips and Sarah Perkins. You can just see the class from Phillips spotting up her target at the top of the square.
Abby Holmes only been on for a couple of minutes as well and had some very important touches of the footy.
So Perkins gets her second chance and makes no mistake, and she is pumped. Adelaide with the first goal into the breeze. Well worked too.
Oh, excellent transition of play. They got the outnumber. They won the free kick off half back and then had three players all by themselves inside forward 50 who were able to work well together as a team and get it to Erin Phillips, who I love, was unselfish in this situation.
You got to be better as a defender and not leaving your forward there alone.
We call her Sarah Tex Perkins, the goal kicker there. She's lost 40 kilograms in order to get to this point. She wasn't picked up in the AFLW draft. Instead, Adelaide picked her up. So it's great to see her kicking goals yet again. Very popular young lady. Everyone loves her, whether they're teammates or opponents.
Yeah, we'll hear from her at quarter time after a chat before the game narrowly did. Hard to imagine how she didn't get picked up. She's such a presence, even last week. We saw, even though she only kicked the one goal late, she was a real presence and can obviously kick the footy, Johnny.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, she moves very well. She's got a great natural ability to pick up the ball in transition, which is really important as a forward. She's getting the first step on her defender at the moment.
Richard taking a turn in the ruck against Lauren Spark. And the ball close to the line. Still in, you heard the call. Now it's not.
I feel like the Dogs would be a little bit worried at this point in time. The Adelaide Crows have had a great start and hit the scoreboard into the breeze.
Yeah, inside 50s, 3-all. Quick snap, just drifting across from Carney. There's some holding going on, and it's going to be an Adelaide ball, and it's going to Redan.
Look to see here if they make the switch to the Whitten stand side.
And giving away that free kick. Doesn't quite clear the area though. And dangerous as ever. Cloud able to sneak in and take the mark. 1 goal, 2 last week.
Brad, what goalpost is she aiming for here?
a little bit of hit and hope, I think, from over there. The wind's a little bit tricky at the moment. She's going to have to put it out to the left post and let the wind just bring it back in.
Skippity skip, she comes in and hit and hope. That's all those years of experience.
That is
all you got for it.
Sometimes you kick it hard and hope for the best, Hutto, because it can be tricky, the wind conditions. We understand that. Doesn't matter what level you're playing at. So sometimes you hit it hard at the goals and hope that you've got the right spin on it.
Oh, Anderson just takes that inside the chalk. Bulldogs 4 behinds, as we've noted, and Adelaide making the most of their opportunities. Marinoff takes it onto that left boot, just bangs it up into the breeze. Fisted away by Spark, getting it close to the line, and there's it in the back. Free kick going Adelaide's way.
You want to kick down the line here. Hopefully they can keep the ball low so the wind doesn't catch it.
Controlled well enough. Hatchet takes it. Wobbly off the boot. Just stays in. Spark sends it up to half forward. Blackburn in front. Love to have dragged that one down. She would have been off in a flash. Instead, she improvised. Brennan shrugs off the lunging tackle and just was poised with the footy, centred it, tried to give her 2 teammates an opportunity. They weren't able to take it. Pressure remains on. Chelsea Randall grabs it and darting away. Trying to use Anderson. Adelaide on the way out. Touch of Jimmy or Phil Cracker about that kick, and it goes over the boundary.
The pressure's still in the contest, Kate, but it just seems to be opening up skill-wise tonight. We know last week was just full-on, attack the contest as hard as possible, but it just seems to open up a little bit early on.
Yeah, I think we're starting to see the foot skills of the girls.
It would have to have been an element of nerves about last week for all the players. Some obviously settling better than others. You see the numbers swell. Holmes put her body on the line. Went in and had a second crack for Adelaide. Could have really put the whole thing open. Seddery couldn't quite get it. Pressure on Neves comes for the Dogs, but beaten by Bevan. Oh, lunging tackle. Saved the day for the Bulldogs, but Phillips, so there's danger everywhere for the Dogs. The pace is on. Seddery runs in and kicks her behind.
Phillips again setting up their scoring structures. She's dangerous.
Seddery just held herself at half forward, then didn't come up. Her opponent went up to the contest. She stayed behind, was able to get free, and then work her way inside forward 50.
Now, a run provided by Carney out of defence. Brilliant last week with 23 disposals, and there's no stopping her here as the Dogs surge forward to Blackburn, a couple of their guns. A little sidestep, and she realised that danger was near and puts it on the chest of McLeod.
Expect to see a lot of that to and fro from Carney to Blackburn.
Straight off to Blackburn, who kept on coming, and another misfire.
Carney and Blackburn know how to play together. They play at local level at Melbourne Uni, so they understand each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Going with this breeze, Hutto, they need to get the ball out to this side of the ground, the Whitten stand side of the ground here.
Ali Blackburn already 6 disposals. Melbourne Uni marquee player, as Kate said. Now here's Anderson on the way out for the Crows. Now well-placed ball. Hagen takes it up to the wing. Gave a pretty clear opportunity back for Hannah Scott. Numbers multiplying, and Bulldogs defence called on again. No, not sure if it was paid or not there to Libby Birch, but now the Adelaide Crows have a real opportunity. Gibson kicked that great goal to start proceedings last week, and she centred the ball to one of the more dangerous players on the ground. Seddery runs, slides the kick, and Spark getting back on that last line, knew exactly where the behinds were.
I feel like the Crows are going really fast into their forward line, and the Dogs defenders aren't prepared for it.
They do look dangerous, don't they, going forward? And this maybe is where the Dogs, through the pace of Carney, can cover the territory quickly and try and catch out the Adelaide defence. Good control of the footy by the Dogs. Clarkson on the boot tonight, coming in, sending it inside 50. McLeod, she's been everywhere. This time, surely they'll score a goal. No.
Again, Hutto, though, it's so difficult from, I know she was passing that one off, but it's so difficult to score from that side of the ground. They need to get the ball outside this side, the Western Bulldogs, to make it easier with that shot when they get it inside 50.
Get the runner out, Jono. Foley takes the mark. We'll check in with Nez again downstairs. right now as Marinoff has the ball at half-back.
Just speaking to the AFL at around 7 p.m, so about half an hour before we had the ball up, and they said that already 4,000 people had come through the gates. I can tell you they're still coming through here. It is absolutely chock-a-block in the grandstands, and the grass hills look pretty similar as well. So another great crowd here for the AFLW.
Kick into the 50 from Scott, but it's coming straight back out. She's going to be called upon again. Marinoff, she beat it to it. Well done by Hannah Scott.
The Dogs forwards haven't had great delivery. I don't think they're making life easy for their forwards at the moment.
No, they're not, but you love this desperation here from Scott. She showed it last week. She was important. She saved a number of goals against. She was able to keep the ball inside the forward half of the Dogs on that occasion with a great contest.
So Dogs have the advantage of the clearances. This time it's an Adelaide ball. Marinoff, that must be too high. Infringement by Kate Tyndall. As you see what Thorne decides to do. She takes it straight up into the wind, onto the breeze. Perkins was a great target. Almost claimed the mark. Ernst got dumped. The hands were good from Gogos, but the siren sounds, and the Adelaide Crows would be delighted with the opening term. Low scoring as it was, they kicked into the breeze, and they produced 1 goal to 8. The Dogs, on the other hand, could not find the path home. 5 behinds. They were the hot favourite coming in, but they're under pressure tonight at the Whitten Oval. It's round 2 of AFLW.